the backcourt. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. And it's Vassell in at the 3, the small forward. And for Phoenix, Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Bryant in at the shooting guard position. All right, Greg, coming down to the final few games now. This playoff push sure will be interesting.
Oh, no doubt. And I'm looking forward to it, B.A. The teams trying to make the playoffs will be going all out. And that kind of intensity in these games will be fun to watch.
Castle misses. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. It's a 3-point game. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Just the endless length of Durant, helping him right there inside.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Booker. And they're running. And here's Bryant outside. And the Suns. Another 3.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Phoenix calls timeout. You know, they beat the Spurs during their last encounter in San Antonio.
And they won that last game between these teams easily, posting a scorching hot field goal percentage.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Stan, it feels like the hardest part of team building is getting a superstar. The Spurs have one.
Well, they sure do, B.A. San Antonio was retooling for a few years, and then they won that 2023 lottery and draft Victor Wembanyama, a superstar. And now it's about surrounding him with the right guys.
To the paint. Here's Richards. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game.
And the coaching staff has to be happy with how they've shot the ball here early on.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Castle. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second team.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy. Suns trail by 7. They've got Devin Booker. Kevin Durant is out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Nick Richards. And it's Bryant in at the 2 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Ali LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Thunder was outstanding. He added 61 points, and as we've come to expect, he contributed from the 3-point line as well. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Great report there, Ali. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. and whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Pass to Wembanyama. And here's Sohan. Here's Castle. Oh, and Bryant with the block. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. And the Suns getting another bucket right there.
Well, they have to be thrilled with how reliable he's been tonight.
And so Paul will bring it up for the Spurs. And the Spurs call time here.
There's no way Coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
Yeah, you have to take a timeout in a situation like this. Stop the bleeding a bit and regroup.
And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Bradley Beal.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
How about Castle? He'll take any chance he gets to finish with power.
Outside Booker. Back to Bryant. Outside for Booker. Pass to Bryant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get off a shot. Here's Durant. KD won't be stopped.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to getting the looks he needs.
Here's Castle. Beyond the arc. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one.
Wow, you don't see tons of those from Castle.
And here's Bryant outside. Rebounded by Johnson. San Antonio's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Bryant, the pass to Booker. Strong finish at the rim by Booker. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Suns?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
But I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
Castle misses.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
And he drops the first.
What I admire about Beal is his work ethic.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. San Antonio on top, up by 1. And we'll be right.
The Spurs, 46. And please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth dance team.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. San Antonio leading. And so in the game for the Spurs, Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Paul and Castle comprise the backcourt. And it's Vassell in at the 3. Castle misses. Phoenix's shooting has been good, around 52% from the field. Durant finds Bryant. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Bryant's got 19 points.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
Wembanyama down low. Richards is there. Yes, it's good.
Nice work from the mid-range. This team encourages Wembanyama to look for his shot.
Booker, the pass to Bryant. Hits the trifecta. He's got 22.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Devin Vassell is progressing offensively. He said, I feel like the game has slowed down, just making the right reads. I know I can get to my spots. I just want to show that I'm an efficient scorer and a willing passer. I'm trying to be the best player that I can be.
Yeah, love that work ethic, Allie. Thanks.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
Spurs trail by 6. Paul passes to Wembanyama. The fadeaway. Poke loose. Phoenix has gotten all 3 from downtown so far in the second half. Coach, when you watch Wemby, it's not the height that jumps out. It's the way he moves with that height.
Brian, I've been around the NBA a long time, and you think you've seen it all. But when you see someone with Wembanyama's size and the things he can do, his ball handling, his shooting range, the way he moves, blocking shots, this guy is one of a kind.
Feels like he's emerging as the face of the NBA soon.
I think that's what we all expect.
Here's Castle, covered by Bryant, to end the run, and he lays it up and in. Castle's got 9 points.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Bryant. San Antonio with a rebound.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots. Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Fires the 3, and again it's Phoenix from deep.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And San Antonio making a change here. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Johnson comes in for Sohan. Champagnie, he's checked in for Vassell. And Payne is subbed in for Chris Paul.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
And here's Bryant outside. They get it back. And that one's good. Bold. And the Suns lead by 12.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Here's Bryant. Money from the wing. Bryant's got 35.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Phoenix foul. Bryant.
Dunn, he's checked in for Phoenix. And San Antonio also making a switch. Branham's checked in. Pass to Johnson. Here's Champagnie. A minute 4 left in the third. No good. Unable to win this run. Phoenix leading by 14. Bryant with it. Lets it go from deep. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Stolen by Bryant. Rebounded by Branham. Spurs trail by 17. 34 seconds left to play in the third. From 12 feet. The kick out to Johnson. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Johnson's got 15 points.
Well, that's a nice bit of space. And Johnson was locked and loaded for that catch-and-shoot jumper.
Bryant outside. Money on the 19-footer. Bryant's got 40 points.
Well, it's easy to see why they continue to call his number. He's delivered, and he's the leading scorer in this game.
And so it's Phoenix with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. And they've racked up a ton of turnovers. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Greg Popovich addressing his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
But don't stop the aggressiveness. You got shots, let them fly.
And they're big. Suns making a change here. Bryant's checked in, and San Antonio with a change here too. Branham's checked in for Chris Paul. Beal finds Booker. Up top, Bryant. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got 5 assists tonight.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Kevin Durant is out there with Bradley Beal. Then there's Nick Richards. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Bryant in at shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Spurs trail by 14. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, when you get a guy like Johnson firing on all cylinders, good luck.
Will stand in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, second-round pick, bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Here's Branham, covered by Bryant. Just 5 on the clock. Misses.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often. They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Suns.
They had to fight for this one. With the game hanging in the balance a couple of times, they made winning plays, Grant.
It's all about having a strong mentality. What's interesting is that any time momentum turned against them, instead of folding, they responded with their own attack.
Add this one to the win column. They're 57th of the year.
And they didn't deviate from their game plan against this team. It's what helped them win their first 2 games against them. Add another one to the win tally for them.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Mr. Clutch.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
Down low. Ooh, stolen by Allen. On the wing, Bryant. From deep. Drains the triple. Bryant's got 53 points.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Six on the shot clock. Again! What an avalanche!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Sohan outside. Pass to Branham. Here's Champagnie.
Yeah, that's the final buzzer, and your Suns win. your Suns 95, the Spurs 72. We thank all of you for coming out to tonight's game. We hope to see you at our next arena event.
So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
And at point guard, speed up the game to feed those shooters with Barons of Ball, De'Aaron Fox.
I like how quick we're going to be out there. This is solid. Now let's get one great sub at each of the starting positions. Beginning at the 2 spot with the two-way player, that's Diamond Doug Collins. And I want a muscle point guard who can get into the lane. So how about finesse Tyreke Evans? He'll be very effective for us.
I like it. Enhance the defense with Aura Rui Hachimura and collect the boards with Mike Drop Andrew Bogut.
Very good. I like those players a lot. And let's add Juwan Howard as a steady replacement for Drew Gooden. This team's looking consistent, we're fast, we're balanced, and we can keep the rate of play constant. So even though our players on the court change, we can use the same style.
10 solid performers, a third wave backcourt, and exactly meeting the current salary cap.
That is nicely done. Hey, why don't you try building a new salary cap for yourself? Maybe something similar to what we did or something completely your own. For an added challenge, press the shoot button and have the lineup auto-filled for you. See how you play that way. Grab wins.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Thank you for tuning into this Sunday afternoon 2K Sports edition of the NBA. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. So the opening lineup for the Suns. We've got Durant, Booker out there with Bryant. Then there's Dunn, and it's Richards in at the 5 down low. And for Sacramento, DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Zach LaVine is out there with Malik Monk. And it's Sabonis in at the center. It's the final game of the regular season, Greg. It's time to look ahead for most teams.
And for some, that's looking towards the playoffs, right? Others, it's looking to the offseason, but don't look too far down the road just yet. We've got a game to play.
And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. DeRozan finds LaVine. The rebound by Richards. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Here's Booker into the lane. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
Oh, I love that. Devin Booker maintains control, doesn't wait for the whistle. He's just competing on that play.
And here's Bryant outside. Suns keep it alive. Here's Richards. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move. to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication. On that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Timeout is called, first of the game for Sacramento. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
I'll tell you this, if you're going to allow your opponent to make that many shots, you have got to be as solid on the offensive end, and clearly they were not.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success. And that's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
Took him no time at all on that one. And now that's 11 points for Mr. Clutch.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That is his first foul of the game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, I did have a chance to talk with the head coach of the Kings. I asked him about his team's plan in trying to contain Kevin Durant. He said, I don't think you can contain Kevin Durant. Our focus is trying to have him take tough shots and hope he misses most of them. We'll see if they can put any pressure on KD tonight, guys.
All right, David, thanks. Outside, Bryant fires the three. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. 10 points separating the teams. Monk against Booker. DeRozan inside. The shake. It's another look. The rebound by KD. Phoenix leading by 10. Bryant, that's a two-pointer. And they pick up 2. Bryant's got 13.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten. Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Bryant. Here's Booker. Good, and it's Bryant picking up the assist. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Phoenix.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
And boy, they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
No, just too much D that time. Sabonis.
Suns leading by 18. On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Durant is out there with Bol. Then it's Tyus Jones. Then there's Bryant, and it's Beal in at the 3 spot. Bryant with the steal. Pass to Jones. And the layup's good off the glass. Jones has got his second basket of the game.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
And it's LaRavia missing.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Bryant can't get it to go.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Carter with the 3, and Bol pulls it down. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw. Coming up, a great opportunity for a three-point play. Phoenix shooting their first free throw of the contest. Sacramento making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in. Phoenix also making some changes. Nick Richards comes in for Bol Bol, and it's Dunn in for Beal. Now, here's Monk. Last game we saw him score 32. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Carter dishes to Monk. Shot to stop the run. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues, and give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
And then Carter with the dunk.
Well, effective passing from your wing players makes for a well-rounded offense, and DeMar DeRozan keeping everyone involved. I love it.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against San Antonio played some superb basketball. He dropped in 55 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. A fantastic performance from him. Something he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And here's Bryant outside. Another three for Phoenix.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Outside DeRozan.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Monk against Bryant. They need this. It's deflected.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Got that one up quick. Bryant's got 30 points. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Shot clock at 5. And two shots coming up at the line. And it looks like, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
And some changes here for the Kings. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Lyle comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Levine subbed in for Malik Monk. And for the Suns, Royce O'Neal's checked in for Nick Richards. Allen comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Devin Booker in for Tyus Jones. And so Murray nails both of them.
And hard not to get excited about Keegan Murray's potential. He can shoot the ball. He rebounds it. If this guy continues to grow his game, he could end up being a high-level impact player. Simply one of the best shooting performances you are ever going to see. A three-point barrage.
There's Levine, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Zach LaVine, explosive with athleticism, with his hops, with his ability to score the basketball.
Sacramento making a switch here. Moravia's checked in. Bol, he's checked in for the Suns.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Levine. 17 points for him last game against the Clippers. Sabonis, that's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Here's Bull, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Carter, the pass to Levine, 11 feet away. That one off the back iron and out. Phoenix is going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter. And here's Bryant for 3. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Puts up a deep 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Phoenix Suns going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to... And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
The post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Levine is out there with Monk, and it's DeRozan in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
The Kings shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Bryant. Drives to the hoop. He can't get that one. Nice D from Levine. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. For Sacramento, they have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
The consistency of DeMar DeRozan throughout his tenure in the NBA, it's incredible how consistently good on the offensive end he has been.
Levine gets the bucket.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again. Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Here's Monk, and it's sent back by Bryant. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Zach LaVine. The Suns have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
For Phoenix, Bryant taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. We've heard some players, Doris, propose that refs should be fined for missed calls, especially with the game on the line. What do you think?
Kevin, I couldn't disagree more. First and foremost, the level of accountability for NBA officials is unprecedented. And keep in mind, there is discipline for high-profile mistakes and mistakes of all kinds.
That's a jump ball.
Every single game, every single call is evaluated, and you see their progression in terms of, yes, they'll officiate in the playoffs, or no, they won't. We are right where we need to be.
And so here's Phoenix. Suns moving the ball around. Outside, Bryant. Over Murray. And Bryant gets it to go on the assist from Beal. 44 points for Mr. Clutch.
Well, terrific secondary playmaker. Beal with a nice find.
Bryant against Levine. Can they get it? Sacramento again missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Bryant. Kicks to Beal. Good, and the assist goes to Bryant.
Assisted.
Bryant's got 3 assists now in this one. Levine, the bounce pass. Sabonis, the pass to Levine. Poked away.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract lengths. Commissioner Silver says, we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications.
Well, they're just riding the hot hand down the stretch, and he's been in a zone all night.
Inside. And a slam dunk by Sabonis.
Domantas Sabonis has filled out his frame, and if you need some physicality around the rim, this guy is willing to do it.
And a nice shot by Bryant.
You know, they continue to feed him the ball, and he keeps delivering. The leading scorer in this one.
Levine against Bryant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, always interesting to check out the first-year stars of the NBA, and on that list are the rookies who have been almost automatic from the field this past month. You look at Bryant, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
And his confidence is going to keep growing if he continues shooting like he has over the past month.
Free throw good, Levine.
Zach LaVine, one of the most entertaining players in the league. Boy, when he's cooking offensively, look out.
Phoenix making some changes. Bull. He's checked in for O'Neal. Cody Martin comes in for Kevin Durant. And Grayson Allen subbed in for Bradley Beal. And it's Bryant missing. Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Feeds it to Carter. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Carter's got 6.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And here's Bryant for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And stolen by Booker. Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And I'll tell you, this is the last thing you want to see.
I just feel so bad for him. What he's going through right now, you just have to hope and pray that it's not too serious.
If you want a free T-shirt,
Donnie's checked in for the Suns. Jones comes in for Bryant.
Substitution for the Suns. Dunn. Tyus Jones. Substituting.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Sacramento. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Zach LaVine. And for the Suns, Nick Richards. He's checked in for Dunn. O'Neal comes in for Grayson Allen. That's Bryant in for Jones. On the court for the Suns, Nick Richards out there with Bull. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Bryant in at the 2-guard spot.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Suns.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And when you look at the season for these guys, they have amassed a lot of wins, 57, and adding in tonight, it'll make it 58.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Mr. Clutch.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Bryant lays it up off the glass.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Good.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
And Bryant gets it to go on the assist by Booker.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
We appreciate each and every one of you for coming out and cheering on your teams. Make sure to get home safe, and we will see you again very soon.
And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.